As an e-commerce brand, you often launch seasonal campaigns or even run product-specific promotions. So, the best way to hasten your delivery process is to prepare and plan your inventory well for your promotional campaign before its launch. Also, segmenting your regular and promotional products is a good idea, making it easy for the logistics team. All your products can never have the same order frequency or even velocity. For efficient inventory management, you should always segment high velocity products from others, as those will have a faster cycle speed than the others. Such products should be at the place that is easy to reach for the fulfillment team. Always arrange high velocity products on the front and lower shelves while keeping the lower velocity ones on top shelves. One of the key trends in the e-commerce landscape is the tendency of consumers to purchase two or three products together, which usually complement each other. For instance, someone who orders a dog collar often clubs it with a matching leash. In such cases, if the products are bundled together, it can speed up the order fulfillment process. It saves picking time separately and thus saves cost for your brand. Make sure you research the current demand trends as well as the trends of the same products in the past years at the same time. This research for the market can help in speeding up fulfillment. For instance, if there is a rising demand for any particular product lately, or which products usually get purchased together at a specific time of the year could be stored together for easy packaging. E-commerce brands need to invest in sophisticated, advanced digital technology for real-time inventory data. Data helps them keep track of inventory. Accurate inventory tracking helps in streamlining and organizing the logistics process. Transparency in data analysis at every level of the fulfillment process helps you control your supply chain system to achieve faster delivery. You must sort your orders efficiently for faster fulfillment. Sorting by product line is a popular strategy companies use for quicker order delivery. You can sort or segment your orders by zone, SKU, line items, or per product line. Typically, sorting is done as per SKU as it minimizes the frequency or effort to retrieve items. The layout of your warehouse has an impact on the efficiency of the order delivery process. An optimized workflow from accepting the inbound goods to shipping can prevent supply chain bottlenecks. If required, you should revamp your warehouse space to store products more efficiently without adding to the cost. An optimized pickup operation impacts the order fulfillment process. Inefficiency in picking up orders can negatively affect the logistics operations and the complete supply chain process. There are various ways of efficient picking system that you can leverage, such as wave picking, small batch picking, and zone picking. Alternatively, a professional 3PL provider has highly experienced pickers for expert delivery. Meeting rising customer expectation of 2-day, next day, or same day shipping, you need to develop an effective and smart warehouse strategy. Your warehouses should be placed strategically near shoppers' locations, saving cost in the long run. Though ground shipping from close warehouses might be the best and most cost-effective option, yet it might not be viable when your brand grows with a growing clientele across the nation. Hence, in that case, you would require to partner with a professional 3PL provider to make it more cost-effective. For faster delivery, it is crucial that you optimize the ground shipping time by planning effective and fastest possible routes. Follow the traffic trend of different areas for efficient route planning so that delivery people can avoid traffic bottlenecks and other potential delays. Also, efficient tracking routes saves not only time but also fuel cost. Why should a customer visit you? Do you sell exclusive merchandise? Do you offer the lowest price? Does your customer service set you apart? Answers to these soul-searching business questions will lead you to develop your USP, or unique selling proposition. Every business needs to differentiate itself. As an e-commerce business, you cannot hope to sell everything to everybody. At this point, you may be shaking your head and pointing to Amazon.com. It sells everything from used books to fresh shrimp. And sure, if you think you can become the next Amazon, then go for it. But before you do, ask yourself, how many other business examples you can think of that serves a similarly wide-ranging purpose? Chances are, your business will depend on its ability to stand for something specific in the minds of consumers. One way to differentiate your business is to solve at least one problem that customers face, especially a problem that no one else is solving. With a kind of robust e-commerce software and hosting available these days, there is no excuse for e-commerce websites that don't work. Getting the technology right is not just about having a bag-free website. It is also about using the technology to achieve business ends. For example, there was a time when it was popular for e-commerce businesses to set up a blog on their website. Today, many of those blogs seem like neglected graveyards. Those sites would benefit from either committing to maintaining a compelling current blog or deleting it altogether. Similarly, there is more than one e-commerce business that treats SEO, or search engine optimization, as the solution to all its problems. That is a case of the tail wagging the dog. SEO is an important tool, but performing better on search engines won't help if the site's landing page is full of bugs or updated information. Common sense dictates that a business should make purchases convenient. Surprisingly, some e-commerce websites complicate the purchase. Instead of simplifying the process, they make first-time visitors fill out a registration form, verify the registration via an email link, log into the site using the registration credentials, then click through a series of upsell attempts before actually arriving at the purchase page. Even successful e-commerce businesses may find that half their customers or more abandon their shopping carts before paying. When an e-commerce business isn't customer friendly, that conversion rate plummets even further. The message is loud and clear. Many customers refuse to run around in circles. Order fulfillment takes place behind the scenes, but when a part of the supply chain breaks down, the customers will feel it. And correct, damaged, delayed, or missing merchandise can ensure that the customer never returns to you. Supply chain management predates e-commerce, so there is no shortage of reliable service providers who can oversee sourcing, fulfillment, and other aspects of supply. All e-commerce businesses outsource some part of their supply chain, but you can't outsource your responsibilities to the customer. Every outsourcing partnership needs to be a strategic choice. When something goes wrong, the customer will blame you, your business, not the supply chain. In an attempt to increase sales, e-commerce businesses are tempted to cut gross margins to single digits. This is not sustainable. All e-commerce businesses feel the pressure to cut prices. The history of e-commerce is filled with price wars, some of which led to the demise of big players. Some businesses choose to price high, while others offer deep discounts. But when it comes to cost management, there cannot be divergent views. Only e-commerce businesses with effective cost control processes will survive. Know your product, know your customer, and set prices based on detailed business plan. Don't let your desire for sales volume drive your decisions. Is the ability to incorporate alternative execution path within a process model, at the same time allowing the selection of the most appropriate execution path to be made at runtime for each process instance. Is the ability for a process instance to deviate at runtime from the execution path prescribed by the original process without altering its process model. The deviation can only encompass changes to the execution sequence of tasks in the process for a specific process instance. It does not allow for changes in the process model or the tasks that it comprises. Edit order support removing, adding, and adjusting item quantities in orders. You can also add new product variants or custom items to the order. Almost all merchants agree this is vital to running their online store, where edit order pulls ahead its advanced mode's ability to edit existing line item properties. Editing orders doesn't stop at your products. Changing customer contact info and order information is crucial, and luckily, both tools give you options to choose from. Some basic features are great, but if you run a customer loyalty program, you'll want broader functionality. It's how inventory teams identify and manage the peaks and troughs in demand that some items experience at certain times of the year. For example, classic gift items will see a sharp demand increase before Christmas, but will then slow down soon after. While businesses may be aware of seasonal demand fluctuations, managing them can often pose a greater challenge, and if seasonal demand is not taken into account early in the ordering cycle, it can quickly affect the entire supply chain.